Hey, gorgeous manifestors. Just getting ready to do this live meditation. I'll wait for you guys to log in because I know there's a bit of a time delay. Just been doing a bit of gardening, so this is going to be quite nice just to relax. Who's there? I can see we've got one person on. Lindsay, hello. Who else have we got on? Sam, hello. Who else? The numbers are coming in. Give me some hearts. I always feel funny saying that. Don't give me some hearts. Who else have we got? There's 4 of us. We've got Sam, Lindsay, 5. I think there are quite a few people tuning in for this actually. Who else have we got? Hello. Oh, we've got people coming in and out. I think there might be some broadcast issues with these live videos. Hey, David. David. Hey, Jen. How are you? 1 a.m. in the Philippines. Oh, my goodness. You are literally going to be falling asleep during this meditation. I love your commitment, but how are you awake? Who else have we got? We've now got 7 of us on here. I can't believe it's 1 a.m. in the Philippines. You are amazing. That is a massive commitment. Thank you, Jen. I loved the Philippines so much. Such gorgeous, gorgeous people. So lovely you're here. Right, I might just start off by doing a bit of an intro. I don't want this to run longer than about 40 minutes ideally because it's our Sunday evening. Hey Shannon from the US, stuck in a checkout at the grocery store. You can always meditate in the grocery store. Hey Connie, 1 o'clock in Michigan. This is so amazing. Darren, hello. This is so amazing. We are totally global. Philippines, Michigan, it's just insane. I love you guys. I love your commitment. Right, I'll just start off just chatting a little bit about meditation. We'll go into the mindfulness of breathing. I'll leave it up here rather, because I know some of you can't tune in live. But yeah, hey, Shannon. Right, okay, cool. I'm going to start because I don't want this to run past 40 minutes. So, I don't know how many of you guys have meditated before, how many of you haven't, how much you know or don't know. So for me, just a little bit about me, I've been meditating for about 10 years, and my first experience of it was, I remember it really clearly, it was like a February morning in the UK, it was covered in snow, and I got the underground to the Buddhist centre in East London, and they did the mindfulness of breathing meditation. And I remember I had a really bad cold, so I couldn't really breathe through my nose properly, but I remember doing meditation wearing really comfy clothes. It was freezing outside and they tell you to wear really comfy clothes, and it was just amazing. It was really, really amazing. It was like, without sounding airy-fairy, which I'm aware it does, it was like I just reached this high, like, thing, this energetic place I'd never been before. And I remember seeing yellow light, which by the way I've never seen since, but I remember it was kind of like a sort of weird epiphany moment, and I remember just coming out and buzzing. It was amazing. And then after that I went on this journey for a few years trying to recreate that feeling, and I guess because I was pushing for something I didn't sort of really get that, and now I feel like I've been on such a journey with meditation, and I feel that I used to want to absolutely have my mind think of nothing. If I didn't, then it wasn't working, and that is the wrong way to do meditation. So the idea is, hey Alan, the idea is that it's very relaxed. There's no pressure around it. It is just what it is. I did a 10-day silent meditation. It's called Vipassana meditation in Hereford in the UK. People from Europe come to that location. You aren't allowed your mobile phones or anything during that 10 days, and that was amazing. And I loved it, and I definitely think it has its place, but I couldn't maintain it because they say sort of do an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening. Hey, Kate! And I just thought, I can't maintain this. I just can't keep this up with my job in central London. It was just, I remember my housemate at the time was literally like, Morgs, you're insane. Like, what is the matter with you? So anyway, I've been on this long journey with meditation, and now I find for me, I've tried different types. I've tried TM, Transcendental Meditation, which loads of people in the US do. Like, I know Oprah practices it, lots of celebrities practice it. For me, again, I didn't find it worked as well for me, and I think it's all about experimenting and finding what works for you. I've done guided meditations, but again, they don't really work for me. I get distracted. I just quite like doing the mindfulness of breathing. So I'm really excited to share this with you. And I do this every morning after writing my dream day and looking at my vision board. And what I find is I go into this really peaceful state, and my breath towards the end of it becomes quite shallow, and the only way I can describe it is like my energy is sort of lifting, and it's like this deep sense of peace, and I can feel it run all down my body to like my you know that feeling you get when you're on holiday and you're lying on a sunbed and you're utterly relaxed, your stomach is just so relaxed, there's no tension. That's what I get when I do mindfulness of breathing, like 99% of the time. And I always get it just towards the end, like in the last 5 minutes of it. And it's this deep, gorgeous, blissful state. It is a delicious feeling, almost a bit euphoric. It's almost like I just feel this unconditional love. Now, I know I'm making this sound really, really amazing. What I will say is everybody experiences different things when they meditate. I've heard people see colours and experience all different types of things. I think Deepak Chopra talks about like going into the gap where his brain just completely stops. Mine, I sort of know what he means by getting into the gap, but I still have stuff very gently trickling through my mind. If I've done my vision board and my dream day, I find that the stuff I've been writing about gently just flows through my mind, and I sort of feel like it magnifies it. But everybody experiences different things. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. It's your personal experience. Obviously, I've been doing this for about 10 years, and like with my manifesting, it's been a massive journey of trying to find out what works for me and what doesn't. So if this is your first meditation, I'm very excited to share it with you, but don't get yourself thinking you need to feel like this, you need to have this experience, you need to have that experience, because you're not going to enjoy it. It needs to be your own experience. People have completely different experiences, and that is okay, and that is perfect, and that is as it should be. Just in terms of how to sit and all that kind of stuff, I don't do any kind of I don't do sitting on the floor with my hands like this, with my legs crossed, because I find my feet go to sleep and my back hurts. I don't have back issues, but I just find it's not comfortable, and I want to be comfortable when I meditate. So there's different ways you can do it. You can sit on a chair, you can sit on a bed, you can lie down. I don't lie down because I fall asleep, and I would probably recommend you don't lie down. Although if you do fall asleep when you're doing it sitting up, it means your body's tired and it needs that sleep, so just let it do that. But ideally, you want to be in a position where your back's up straight, so you're kind of alert and your head's up, because otherwise you will end up falling asleep usually. And with meditation, when you're in that kind of peak state of meditating, you should feel deeply, deeply, blissfully relaxed, almost a bit like a trance, but you're very alert, you're very aware. It's an unusual feeling, but that is how it should be. And when I did the 10-day silent meditation, they were talking about these guys who practiced it like millions of years ago or whatever, and they would never sleep. They would always be in that state of deep relaxation, but always very aware, because your body is getting the rest it needs, but you're awake at the same time. It's I guess quite a bizarre concept for us, because obviously we all just sleep. But when I was doing that 10-day silent meditation, there were nights where I just couldn't sleep. My whole body was buzzing, but I felt deeply relaxed. So it should be this state, I find, that you're deeply relaxed but very alert. So, but just experiment with it. Like I say, there's no right or wrong. So for me, I won't play with the camera because I've got it balanced a bit precariously. I'm just sitting on my armchair. My legs are crossed, but they're not tightly crossed, because if I have them tightly crossed, then I feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to feel uncomfortable. And again, with that Vipassana yoga, the 10-day silent meditation, they're all about feeling the discomfort and not reacting to it. So it's very much like, don't react to this discomfort and just sort of ignore it. And again, that doesn't work for me. Some people love it, but for me, I do like to feel comfortable. Okay, what else do I need to tell you? Just make sure you're somewhere quite quiet, non-disturbed. I can meditate now through music and noises outside, even my dog barking, and again that's lots of practice, because what it's a practice of is not reacting to those things, it's just letting them pass on by and you still concentrating on your breath, because this is the mindfulness of breathing meditation. So again, don't get frustrated if you hear noises and think, oh my god, that's ruined meditation, because there's always noises around and it's just a case of letting them just pass. That's all it is. Hey Julia, hey Glenda, hey Susan, oh my word, everyone's jumping on. Okay, so mindfulness of breathing. This is going to be 20 minutes. Okay, how to explain this properly. So the first 5 minutes, so there'll be chimes that go off. There'll be 3 chimes that introduce it. Then we'll have our first 5-minute period, and in that 5-minute period you are counting after every outward breath. So 1, obviously in your head. 2, and you should be breathing naturally. You shouldn't be any forced breathing or anything like that. It should just all be very natural. And you count to 10 and then you start again from 1 and then up until 10. And what that's supposed to do is the first step of quietening down your mind. You're just noticing your breath. If your mind wanders, mine always wanders, and I've been doing meditation for years, so it's fine. If it wanders, just bringing it gently back to the breath. And what you might want to do is, if your mind wanders when you get to number 3, go back to number 1 again. I quite often do that actually, because it just sort of hones in that concentration a bit more. So yeah, just breathe, counting 1 to 10 after each outward breath. I'll talk you through this as we do it as well, so you don't forget. Then we'll hear a chime after the first 5 minutes, which means we're going to slightly shift our focus to breathing just before each inward breath. So 1, I don't know whether I said that right, counting just before each inward breath. I think I said breathing just before each inward breath. So 1, 2. So it's a very, very slight shift, but again, it will just hone in your concentration a bit more. So we'll do that for 5 minutes. Again, if your mind wanders, it's absolutely fine, because it will, unless you are Deepak Chopra, and I'm sure even he has mind wanderings. We'll do that for the next 5 minutes. Again, if you're getting distracted at a certain number, go back to 1 if you want to. I love the fact that Shannon's doing it in her car. It's hilarious. Love you. And to be serious. Ooh, okay, and so yes, that's for the second 5 minutes. Then we'll hear another chime, and then we're going to focus on the movement of our bodies as we breathe. So I actually find this bit the hardest, because again, it's honing in your attention a bit more, and I find it's harder for me to concentrate. This is the hardest bit for me, and I always get a bit bored and just skip on to the next bit, but I'm going to do it properly this evening because I'm doing it with all of you. So the next bit, so you either focus on your tummy as it goes in and goes out. There's no counting at this point, it's just noticing the movement of your body, feeling the sensations as your tummy goes in and out, or you can focus on your chest and feeling that rising and falling as you breathe in and out, or your back muscles. You might want to mix it up. Like I say, I get a bit bored focusing on my stomach. My mind really starts to wander in this bit. I find this bit the hardest, but that's just me. Hey, Jennifer. So, yes, after the second chime, we will do just the observing the movement of the body as we breathe in and out, and no counting. And then there'll be the third chime. And then we're into the last 5 minutes of the meditation. This is for me where I normally reach like a really deep relaxation but very alert state. And with this, we're focusing on the sensations on our upper lip as we're breathing in and out. So again, now our concentration is on such a small, refined area that our mind should really quieten. And so it's just observing the breath as you breathe in and out through your nose and sort of feeling it come in through your nostrils. It's going to be a very gentle, subtle feeling. So it's really honing in your concentration and quieting your mind. So breathing in and feeling it coming through your nostrils, and then as you're breathing out, just you'll very, very slightly feel air on your top lip. You'll know how it feels to you, but it's really like, you can see it's really focusing your attention into that. And then at the end of that 5 minutes, there'll be 3 chimes as we come out of the meditation. And I always just end up I just have a massive stretch at the end of the meditation with my eyes still closed, and then just very slowly open them. And then I just feel like I've had this massive, like, deep relaxation. It's gorgeous. So I'll talk you through it as we go. We're at 1:15 now, so it's a 20-minute meditation. That'll be about 25 to, so that actually this is perfect timing, and then there won't really be much to say after that. But it would be lovely to hear in the comments at the end of it what you thought of it. And yeah, so I will talk you through it all now. Are there any immediate questions? I'll just give you a couple of minutes before we start. Does anybody have any questions? Or if not, just give me a thumbs up and we'll get started. The weird delay. I think there is literally about a 2-minute delay on these, isn't there? Thumbs up, hearts. Okay, you all look like you're good. Everybody good? Julia's good. Kate's good. I think Lindsay's good. I mean, I will literally talk you through it as we do it, so there's not really much you can do that goes wrong. Cool. Okay, guys, let's start. Now, I'm hoping this works. I'm playing it through my laptop, so hopefully you can hear the chimes. If you can't hear the chimes, I will just talk you through each stage. So just be comfy, be relaxed. I feel like dress really like not very smartly. Be just very relaxed, but like back upright. I'm in fact actually going to put a cushion behind my back because my back aches quite easily, so I'm just going to put a cushion behind my back, and that is automatically going to put me in that upright position without me having to hold my back. So that's quite a nice one to do. I do that all the time. Right, let's get this bad boy started. So you'll just hear silence for the first minute and a half, and then you'll hear the first chimes. So yeah, just relax until the first chimes. Let's go. Let's hope this works. Hey Liz, we're just getting started. Where's the play button? Bear with me. Oh, we're playing. Right. I'm going to keep my eyes closed throughout the whole thing. So just keep your eyes closed and just not really paying attention to anything at this stage, but just starting to really relax and relax your body. Maybe hunch your shoulders up and drop them down and just try and let go of any tension. Okay, so just counting up to 10, one count after each outward breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then back to the beginning in your own time, counting up to 10, and then going back to the beginning. breathing should just be very natural, no forcedness around it, just very natural breath. And if your mind wanders, that is completely fine and completely normal. And just gently and lovingly bring your focus back to your breathing and your counting. No matter how many times it wanders, just bring it gently and lovingly back to focusing on your breath and the counting. If you get uncomfortable, feel free to just adjust. You don't have to sit in the same position if it's uncomfortable. Okay, now we're going to count from 1 until 10, just before each inhale, so very slight shift. I'll count you through the first 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to the counting and the breathing. Okay, so now we're stopping counting and we're just noticing the movement of our bodies as we breathe in, as we breathe out. So choose an area you want to focus on, like your tummy or your chest, and just really focus on the movement of your body. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to the movement. Just keep bringing your attention back to your breath and your body as it's moving. Just honing that attention in. focusing on the breath as it comes in and out of your nose, how it feels around your nostrils as you breathe in, and can you feel the air on your top lip as you breathe out, and just hone that attention in. If your mind wanders, just bring it back. Breathing around your nostrils. Just keep your eyes closed and rock your head gently from side to side. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch. And then slowly open them. Okay. Obviously the freaking dog had to bark, but it's all just practicing, just letting it go through you. I hope you all enjoyed that. Any questions, let me know, comment below. I know there's a bit of a delay, but I don't want to take you out of this peaceful state. So if you have any questions, drop them below and I will answer them later on for you. But lots and lots of love, and I hope you enjoyed it. Mwah.